Patrick Mahomes' legacy. How will he finish? Mahomes' early dominance and the rise of a legend. Patrick Mahomes burst onto the football scene with a flair that redefined the quarterback position. At Texas Tech from 2014 to 2016, he threw for 11,252 yards and 93 touchdowns, showcasing an improvisational style, sidearm throws, no-look passes, that dazzled scouts despite a 13-16 record in a pass-heavy air raid offense. His 5,052 passing yards in 2016 led the FBS, earning him a first-round selection by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2017, number 10 overall, a bold trade-up by general manager Brett Veach past quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson. After sitting behind Alex Smith as a rookie, Mahomes' ascent began. The 2018 season was a revelation. Taking over as starter, Mahomes threw for 5,097 yards, 50 touchdowns, and a 113.8 passer rating, earning NFL MVP honors at age 23, the second youngest ever behind Jim Brown. His 8.9 yards per attempt and 66 touchdown drives led the Chiefs to a 12-4 record and an AFC Championship appearance, falling 37-31 in overtime to New England. Highlights like a 509-yard, 6-touchdown game against the Rams cemented his reputation as a generational talent. Per Pro Football Focus, PFF, Mahomes' 94.8 overall grade ranked first among quarterbacks, with 38 big-time throws showcasing his arm strength and creativity. This breakout year, chronicled on X by a Chiefs Kingdom as the start of a dynasty, established Mahomes as the face of a new Chiefs era under Andy Reid, shifting Kansas City from a perennial contender to a juggernaut. Mahomes' early dominance, 104-26 regular season record by 2024, 7.8 yards per attempt, and 6 straight AFC Championship appearances, set a standard unseen since Tom Brady's prime. His ability to elevate a revolving cast, from Sammy Watkins to Rashee Rice, redefined quarterback expectations, making Kansas City synonymous with innovation and excellence. Super Bowl wins and the pursuit of greatness. Mahomes' Super Bowl resume is the cornerstone of his legacy, with 3 championships in 5 appearances by age 29, a feat that places him among the NFL's all-time greats. Super Bowl 54, 2020 facing the San Francisco 49ers, Mahomes overcame a 20-10 fourth-quarter deficit, throwing for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 44-yard wasp play to Tyreek Hill. His 10 of 11 passing for 141 yards in the final 6-13 secured a 31-20 win and Super Bowl MVP honors. Per Next Gen Stats, his 8.1 yards per attempt under pressure highlighted his clutch gene, earning praise from at NFL_DF as the moment Mahomes became a legend. Super Bowl 55, 2021 a 31-9 loss to Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers was a humbling setback. A depleted offensive line, missing both starting tackles, allowed 29 pressures on 49 dropbacks, with Mahomes sacked 3 times. Despite 497 scrambling yards and improbable throws, his 52.3 QBR underscored the NFL's evolving landscape, where even Mahomes needed protection. At Arrowhead Pride noted the loss fueled his 2022 restructure, prioritizing line investments like Creed Humphrey. Super Bowl 57, 2023 Mahomes rebounded against Philadelphia, overcoming a 24-14 halftime deficit and a high ankle sprain to throw for 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 104.3 QBR in a 38-35 victory. His 44-yard scramble and game-winning drive, capped by a Harrison Butker field goal, earned a second Super Bowl MVP. PFF's 92.1 grade praised his 71.4% completion rate under pressure, solidifying his status as the NFL's premier closer. Super Bowl 58, 2024 Mahomes' third ring came in a 25-22 overtime thriller against San Francisco, throwing for 299 yards, rushing for 66, and earning a third Super Bowl MVP. His 8 of 8 passing on the game-winning drive, per ESPN, showcased his poise, though a 40-22 loss to Philadelphia in Super Bowl 59, 2025, highlighted ongoing line issues, 6 sacks allowed. These performances, 12-3 playoff record, 5-1 Super Bowl QBR, 92.3, place Mahomes alongside Joe Montana and Brady in clutch conversations. His pursuit of greatness, driven by a 2023 contract restructure guaranteeing $210.6 million from 2023 to 2026, reflects a Brady-esque team-first approach, ensuring Kansas City remains a contender. The impact beyond the field. Mahomes' legacy transcends statistics, rooted in his off-field influence. His 15 and the Mahomes Foundation has donated $2.3 million to youth sports and health initiatives by 2025, including 15 community centers in Kansas City, per Forbes. His annual youth football camp mentors 400 kids, emphasizing work ethic over talent, with campers crediting him on X, at Mahomes Camp, for inspiring resilience. Endorsements with Adidas, State Farm, and Oakley, worth $20 million annually, per Sportico, have built a global brand, with his Showtime persona resonating across demographics. Mahomes' impact on the game is profound. His no-look passes and sidearm throws, once novelties, are now staples in college and NFL playbooks, with at NFL Analytics noting a 12% increase in unconventional throws league-wide since 2018. His mentorship of young quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud, who called Mahomes the standard on X, shapes the position's future. Socially, Mahomes' biracial heritage and advocacy for equality, evident in his 2020 Black Lives Matter stance, have made him a cultural icon, praised by at ESPN as a voice for change. As a modern-day quarterback, Mahomes blends athleticism, 389 rushing yards in 2024, with precision, 67.5% completion rate, redefining the role. His 2024 Netflix quarterback series showcased his leadership, with teammates like Travis Kelce lauding his ability to make everyone better. Mahomes' charisma and accessibility, signing autographs for hours, per at Chiefs Focus, cement his status as a role model, inspiring a generation to chase excellence. The unwritten chapters. At 29 in 2025, Mahomes' future is a tantalizing question. Can he win more Super Bowls? His 104-26 regular season record, 12-3 playoff mark, and 3 rings position him for more. The Chiefs' 2025 draft class, tackle Josh Simmons, edge Ashton Gillette, corner Noel Williams, addresses line and defensive needs, while Mahomes' $450 million contract, restructured 4 times, ensures cap flexibility, $12 million in 2025. Sportsline's projection model gives Kansas City a 27.8% chance to reach Super Bowl 60, with a 13-4 projected record. However, the AFC's depth, Buffalo's Josh Allen, Baltimore's Lamar Jackson, Houston's C.J. Stroud, plus NFC giants like Philadelphia and Detroit, poses challenges. Mahomes' 41.6% AFC West win probability, minus 115 odds, and reads 128-45 record since 2013 favor at least one more ring by 2030, assuming health and line stability. Can Mahomes surpass Tom Brady's legacy? Brady's 7 rings, 251-82 record, and 15 Pro Bowls at age 45 set a high bar. Mahomes, with 3 rings, 104-26 record, and 6 Pro Bowls by 29, is ahead of Brady's pace at the same age, 2 rings, 76-23 record. Mahomes' 2.02 touchdowns per game outpaced Brady's 1.78, and his 92.3 playoff QBR edges Brady's 89.8, per ESPN. However, Brady's longevity, playing until 45 with 89,214 yards, dwarfs Mahomes' 28,424 yards. If Mahomes plays to 40, averaging 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns annually, he could approach Brady's 649 touchdowns. Mahomes has 219. Ex-users like at NFL Analytics see Mahomes hitting 5 rings, but surpassing Brady's 7 requires health, luck, and sustained excellence. Brady's team-first discounts contrast with Mahomes' $503 million deal, though his restructures mirror Brady's sacrifice. The inevitable decline and lasting impact. Mahomes' athleticism, reliant on mobility, 2,159 career rushing yards, may wane by his mid-30s, as seen with Aaron Rodgers' dip at 37. His 2024 career-low 6.8 yards per attempt and 36 sacks suggest line dependency, a concern if Simmons' knee falters. Still, Reid's system and Mahomes' football IQ, evident in 14 fourth-quarter comebacks, could extend his prime, like Peyton Manning's, until 37. His impact will endure through coaching aspirations, with a Chiefs kingdom speculating a Reid-like role post-retirement, and his foundation's community work projected to hit $5 million in grants by 2030. The legacy of Patrick Mahomes. At 29, Mahomes ranks among the all-time greats. His 3 Super Bowl MVPs tie Joe Montana and trail only Brady, 5, while his 104-26 record surpasses Montana's 100-39 at age 29. ESPN's QBR ranks him second all-time, 68.2, behind Rodgers, 68.5, and his 219 touchdowns through 130 games outpace Manning's 206. Among quarterbacks, only Brady, Montana, Manning, and Breeze have comparable resumes at this stage, with Mahomes' 5-1 Super Bowl QBR and 12-3 playoff record giving him an edge in clutch scenarios. A Hall of Fame career is all but certain. Mahomes' 99.8% first-ballot probability, per Pro Football Reference's Hall of Fame monitor, exceeds active peers like Rodgers, 98.2%, and Russell Wilson, 94.1%. His 2 NFL MVPs, 3 Super Bowl rings, and 6 Pro Bowls by 2024 mirror Montana's trajectory, with 5 more elite seasons potentially placing him above all but Brady. His place in history hinges on longevity. 4 rings by 35 could cement him as the second greatest quarterback, with at NFL Analytics projecting a 62% chance of induction by 2035. Mahomes' enduring legacy is as a trailblazer. He defied expectations as a small-town Texan with an unorthodox style, captivating fans with 50 touchdown seasons and no-look passes. His 2020 Super Bowl 54 comeback, 2023 ankle-defying heroics, and 2024 overtime mastery are etched in NFL lore, with at ESPN calling him the most watchable player since Michael Jordan. Off the field, his philanthropy and advocacy, $270,000 donated to Kansas City schools in 2024, ensure a lasting societal impact. As a black quarterback breaking barriers, his journey inspires millions, with a Chiefs focus noting his role in diversifying the position. How will he finish? Mahomes' legacy is already historic, but the next decade will define his ceiling. With 4 to 5 more rings possible, he could challenge Brady's throne, though 6 seems plausible given the Chiefs' infrastructure and his prime. His impact, on-field artistry, off-field leadership, will endure, reshaping quarterbacking and inspiring generations. Whether he finishes with 5 rings or 7, Mahomes has captivated the world, and his story, as at Arrowhead Pride declares, is only half written. The Chiefs' biggest challenge: can they stay on top? The Kansas City Chiefs have ruled the AFC West with an iron grip, transforming from perennial contenders into a modern NFL dynasty. With 3 Super Bowl titles since 2019 and 9 straight division crowns, their dominance is historic. Yet, as the 2025 season looms, storm clouds gather. The AFC West is stirring, the broader AFC is stacked with elite challengers, and the specter of aging stars threatens long-term sustainability. Can Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and company defy these obstacles to maintain their throne and chase another Super Bowl? This article dissects the Chiefs' reign, emerging divisional threats, the AFC's competitive landscape, the challenge of aging, and their path forward. The reign of the Chiefs. Since Patrick Mahomes took over as quarterback in 2018, the Chiefs have been the AFC West's undisputed kings, winning 9 consecutive division titles, 2016 to 2024, second only to New England's 11 straight, 2009 to 2019, in NFL history. Their 104-26 regular season record, .800, and 15-3 playoff mark since 2018 reflect a juggernaut, with 3 Super Bowl victories, LVII, and 7 straight AFC Championship appearances. Kansas City's 20-4 divisional record since 2018, including 6-0 sweeps in 2019 and 2022, underscores their stranglehold, outscoring foes by 1,234 points in division games, per ESPN. Their 15-2 record in 2024, securing the AFC's #1 seed, and a 17-game one-score win streak, an NFL record, highlight their clutch prowess, though a 40-22 Super Bowl 59 loss to Philadelphia exposed vulnerabilities. The Chiefs' success hinges on a holy trinity: Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones. Mahomes, 29, is a 2-time NFL MVP, 2018, 2022, with 28,424 passing yards, 219 touchdowns, and a 104.2 passer rating through 2024. His 92.3 playoff QBR and 5-1 Super Bowl QBR rank among the best ever, per Pro Football Reference. Kelce, 35, remains the NFL's premier tight end, with 917 yards in 2024 and 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 2016 to 2020. His 74.1% catch rate and 12.2 yards per reception since 2018 draw double teams, freeing others. Jones, 30, anchors the defense with 8.5 sacks in 2024 and 75.5 career sacks, earning All-Pro honors thrice. His 17.2% pass rush win rate, P, disrupts offenses. Kansas City's offense, third in EPA per play, .142, in 2024, blends Mahomes' improvisational genius with read scheme, averaging 28.1 points per game. Additions like Xavier Worthy, 4.29 speed, and Hollywood Brown bolster a receiving core that struggled post-Tyreek Hill. The offensive line, led by Creed Humphrey, 84.3 PFF grade, allowed 36 sacks, though Super Bowl LAX's 6-sack debacle flagged concerns. Defensively, Steve Spagnuolo's unit ranked 4th in EPA per play, .092, second in points allowed, 17.0 per game, and 7th in sacks, 49. Linebackers Nick Bolton, 128 tackles, and corner Trent McDuffie, 7.8% forced incompletion rate, shine, though L'Jarius Sneed's departure weakened the secondary. This balance, explosive offense, resilient defense, has fueled Kansas City's reign, but cracks are emerging. Emerging challengers in the West. The AFC West, long Kansas City's playground, is awakening. The Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders, bolstered by off-season moves and young talent, threaten to end the Chiefs' streak in 2025. Los Angeles Chargers, the Chargers, 11-6 in 2024, are ascending under Jim Harbaugh, with Justin Herbert, 3,947 yards, 24 touchdowns, as the centerpiece. Herbert's 7.8 yards per attempt and 65.1% completion rate rival Mahomes, and his 6'6" frame absorbs pressure, 35.1% pressure rate. First-round tackle Joe Alt, 81.2 PFF grade, and rookie Ladd McConkey, 712 yards, strengthen the offense, while Joey Bosa, 6.5 sacks, and Khalil Mack, 5.0, fortify the pass rush. The Chargers' 4-2 divisional record in 2018 and near sweep of Kansas City in 2021, 34-28 loss, show potential, per at NFL_EF. Harbaugh's run-heavy scheme, 4.6 yards per carry, could exploit Kansas City's 19th-ranked run defense, 59.0 PFF grade. A projected 10-7 record, per Sportsline, makes them the Chiefs' top divisional threat. Denver Broncos, Sean Payton's Broncos, 9-8 in 2024, reached the playoffs with rookie Bo Nix, 3,811 yards, 22 touchdowns, a marked upgrade from Russell Wilson's tenure. Nix's 64.2% completion rate and 7.2 yards per attempt signal growth, backed by a solid line, Joe Thuney, 82.1 PFF grade, and receivers Cortland Sutton, 1,054 yards, and Troy Franklin, draft steal. Defensively, Patrick Surtain 2, 11 passes defended, and Jonah Ellis, 5.5 sacks, shine, though their 27th ranked points allowed, 22.8 per game, lags. Denver's 0-12 record versus Kansas City since 2015 is daunting, but Payton's 8-4 record in one-score games and a plus 150-point differential in 2024 suggest progress. ESPN projects a 9-8 finish, with a Week 17 clash at Arrowhead pivotal. Las Vegas Raiders, the Raiders, 4-13 in 2024, are rebuilding under Pete Carroll, who signed Geno Smith and extended Max Crosby, 12.5 sacks. Crosby's 17.8% pass rush win rate and Aiden O'Connell's 2,124 yards in limited starts hint at upside. Additions like Ashton Jeanty, Heisman runner-up, bolster the run game, but a 31st ranked offense, 15.8 points per game, and 23rd ranked defense, 22.1 points allowed, expose weaknesses. Las Vegas's 4-2 divisional record in 2020 and 2020 upset over Kansas City, 40-32, show potential, per at Arrowhead Pride. Carroll's Super Bowl pedigree and a plus 1,000 divisional odds shift, DraftKings, project a 7-10 season, with growth in 2026 more likely. The Chiefs' 15-1 record versus Las Vegas since 2017 and 16-2 versus Denver since 2016 give them an edge, but the Chargers' momentum and Denver's rebuild narrow the gap. Kansas City's 11-0 one-score game record in 2024 is unsustainable, per at Fox Sports, risking a 12-5 or 11-6 finish if regression hits. The wider AFC landscape. Beyond the division, the AFC is a gauntlet, with Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Miami posing playoff threats. The Chiefs' 12-3 postseason record since 2018 is elite, but historical struggles against these teams loom large. Buffalo Bills, the 13-4 Bills, led by Josh Allen, 4,306 yards, 35 touchdowns, swept Kansas City in the 2024 regular season, 30-24, 27-24, but fell 32-29 in the AFC Championship. Allen's 11.7 yards per attempt versus the Chiefs' and 4-0 regular season record since 2020 are red flags, per Next Gen Stats. Buffalo's second-ranked offense, 28.8 points per game, and 10th-ranked defense, 19.8 points allowed, match Kansas City's firepower. The Chiefs' 3-1 playoff edge since 2020, including a 2024 thriller, offers hope, but a Week 7 home rematch is a must-win. Cincinnati Bengals. The 9-8 Bengals, powered by Joe Burrow, for 1,641 yards, 36 touchdowns, are a postseason nemesis. Cincinnati's 2021 AFC Championship upset, 27-24, and 3-1 record versus Kansas City from 2021 to 2022 exposed Mahomes' struggles against Lou Anarumo's zone schemes, 6.8 yards per attempt. Ja'Marr Chase, 1,816 yards, torches secondaries, and a 10th-ranked pass defense, 84.1 passer rating. The Chiefs' offensive playbook, crafted by Reed and coordinator Matt Nagy, aims to restore the explosive identity lost in 2024, when Mahomes posted a career-low 6.8 yards per attempt. The Hopkins trade was meant to add a number one receiver, but his limited snaps and departure shifted reliance to Xavier Worthy, 9 touchdowns, 712 yards as a rookie, and Rashee Rice, returning from a 2024 knee injury. Brown's re-signing and Smith-Schuster's veteran presence provide Mahomes with a versatile core, complemented by Isaiah Pacheco, 1,147 yards, and a restructured line featuring Creed Humphrey, Joe Thuney, and rookie Simmons. The playbook emphasizes speed and versatility, leveraging Worthy's 4.29 40-yard dash and Rice's 1,024-yard 2023 form to stretch defenses vertically, per at NFL.NF. Brown's 7.2 yards per target and Smith-Schuster's 130-yard game versus New Orleans in 2024 add reliability, while Travis Kelce, 917 yards, $6.4 million cap savings via restructure, remains a mismatch at 36. Simmons and Moore, replacing the inconsistent Kingsley Suamataia and Wanya Morris, aim to fix a line that allowed 36 sacks, with PFF projecting a 10% reduction in pressures, from 29.1% to 26%. This synergy could unlock Mahomes' full potential, targeting his 2018 peak, 5,097 yards, 50 touchdowns. However, risks linger. Rice's recovery is uncertain, and Worthy's rookie inconsistencies, 43.2% contested catch rate, expose depth issues if Brown or Smith-Schuster falter. Kelce's declining targets, 12.1% drop, and the line's Super Bowl collapse raise concerns, with at Fox Sports noting unproven tackles as a liability. Projected production, 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns for Mahomes, with the offense ranking top 5 in EPA per play, .150, assuming Rice returns to form and Simmons gels. Without these, efficiency could dip to 2024's 28.1 points per game, per ESPN. Building a new defensive identity. With Jones, Wharton, Nady, and Reed gone, defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo faces a rebuild. The 2025 strategy shifts to a youth-driven, versatile front and a deep secondary, anchored by George Karlaftis, 8 sacks, Mike Dana, and rookie Derek Harmon. Free agents Jerry Tillery, $2.5 million, and Mike Pennell, $1.255 million, add depth, while Poona Ford and Levi Onwuzurike, $27 million deals, bring versatility. Linebackers Drew Tranquill, Leo Chenal, and rookie Nicholas Martin emphasize speed, and the secondary, Trent McDuffie, Jaden Hicks, Brian Cook, and Mike Edwards, prioritizes coverage, 61.7 PFF grade for Williams. Spagnuolo's scheme leans on Karlaftis' 14.8% pass rush win rate and Harmon's two-gap ability to clog run lanes, maintaining the 38.2% blitz rate that fueled 2024's 49 sacks. McDuffie's 7.8% forced incompletion rate and Hicks's rookie promise, 78.4 PFF grade, aim to replace Reed's veteran presence. However, weaknesses abound. The front's 59.0 PFF run defense grade, exposed by Philadelphia's 208 rushing yards in Super Bowl 59, remains a concern without Jones's 72% double-team rate. The safety group lacks a proven leader, with Edwards cut by Buffalo in 2024, risking communication breakdowns. Projected performance, a top 10 defense, 19.5 points allowed per game, down from 2024's second-ranked 17.0 per PFF. Karlaftis and Harmon could combine for 15 sacks, but run defense, for 0.4 yards per carry allowed, and secondary cohesion, 14 interceptions versus 16 in 2024, may regress. At Arrowhead Addict warns of gaps at defensive tackle without Jones, projecting a 10% drop in pressures, from 32.4% to 29%. Success hinges on Harmon's development and Spagnuolo's ability to scheme pressures, as he did with 2023's youth movement. The Super Bowl contender status. The Chiefs remain elite but face stiffer competition. Strengths. Mahomes' 92.3 playoff QBR reads 128-45 record, and a top 5 offense, 28.1 points per game, with Worthy, Rice, and Brown. The defense, despite losses, retains Spagnuolo's scheme and young talent, McDuffie, Karlaftis. Weaknesses: an unproven offensive line, 59.2 PFF run blocking grade, Kelsey's decline, 12.1% target drop, and a thinner defensive front, 19th in run defense. Compared to AFC rivals, Buffalo, 13-4, second in points scored, Baltimore, 12-5, top rushing offense, and Houston, 9-8, C.J. Stroud's 4,108 yards. Kansas City's 17-1 home playoff record and Mahomes' 7-0 divisional round mark give an edge. The NFC's Philadelphia, 14-3, top defense, and Detroit, 12-5, 29.1 points per game, loom as threats, with the Eagles' 48-sack front exposing Kansas City's line. Super Bowl chances. Sportsline's projection model gives a 27.8% chance of reaching Super Bowl 60 and a 13-4 record, securing the number 1 seed, 41.6% AFC West win probability, minus 115 odds. The Hopkins trade's failure and Jones's exit lower the ceiling, but Mahomes' 56.1% win probability versus the field, ESPN FPI, and reads 22-16 playoff record sustain contender status. A fourth ring requires Simmons neutralizing edge rushers, e.g., Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, and Worthy hitting 900 yards, per at NFL_30F. Without these, an AFC championship loss to Buffalo or Baltimore is plausible, given Allen's 4-0 regular season record versus Mahomes. The bottom line: risky or rewarded. The Chiefs' 2025 off-season moves are a high-wire act. The Hopkins trade was risky. Its minimal 2024 impact and $15 million price tag diverted resources from the offensive line, a fatal flaw in Super Bowl 59. His departure to Baltimore mitigates cap damage but underscores a misstep, with a Chiefs focus calling it a swing and miss. Losing Chris Jones, Wharton, and Reed was riskier still, sacrificing a top 5 defense's heart, 49 sacks, 17.0 points allowed, for cap flexibility, $20 million freed. These exits disrupt chemistry, with rookies like Harmon and Williams unproven against AFC elites. Yet, the rewards are tangible. Simmons and Moore address the line's 36 sacks allowed, potentially boosting Mahomes to 4,500 yards. Brown and Smith-Schuster's re-signings stabilize the receiver room, and Harmon's versatility could yield 6 to 8 sacks alongside Karlaftis. Veach's A-graded draft and $7 million in cap space position Kansas City for mid-season tweaks, per at Arrowhead Pride. Verdict: the moves are risky but potentially rewarded. The Hopkins gamble flopped, and Jones's loss stings, but Kansas City's core, Mahomes, Reed, Spagnuolo, and youth infusion, Simmons, Harmon, Williams, maintain a top-tier ceiling. The offensive retooling, if Rice and Worthy click, could restore 2018's explosiveness, while the defense, though thinner, benefits from Spagnuolo's scheme. Prediction: a 13-4 season, 10th straight AFC West title, and an AFC championship appearance, with a 27.8% chance of Super Bowl 60. A ring hinges on the line gelling and Harmon stepping up. Otherwise, Buffalo or Philadelphia could dethrone them. The Chiefs thrive when doubted, as at Motorcycle SP notes, but 2025 tests their resilience. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Are Veach's gambles genius or reckless? Share your predictions for Kansas City's 2025 season in the comments below.